Thanks, Ruth. Well, let's jump into the first video.
Now let's log into the EST and get started. On the EST login page, type your username and password. If you've forgotten your password, click the Forgot Password button and you will be prompted to enter your username or email address. Click Sign In and the EST homepage is displayed. On the left side of the page, click a menu item to navigate directly to that page. Menu items that contain a caret icon reveal related items when clicked. Click the hamburger icon located above the menu to collapse or expand it. In the upper left corner of the EST, the breadcrumb trail helps you determine what page you are on and where it's located in the site. Click a link in the breadcrumb trail to return to a previously visited page. In the upper right of the EST, access account-specific pages or options. The Reviewer Action Items page allows for quick navigation to projects in which an action is pending your completion. The Account Settings is a drop-down menu with options to change your password, update contact information, or log out of the EST. Search the EST using the search bar in the upper right of the screen. Type all or part of a keyword into the search bar and click the magnifying glass icon. When searching or entering an exact ETDM number, the main project details page will load. When you're on a project-specific page, such as the main project details, the active project is displayed in the upper left of the EST and under the hamburger icon. Click the Map Location icon to open and view the active project in the map viewer. The icon with the opposite-facing arrows is the project switcher. Click the project switcher icon or the project name to open a dialog where you can search and load a different project. Use the Table of Contents, or TOC, on the right side of a page to quickly jump to a section within the same page. The TOC can be found on the main project details page and other pages within the EST that contain many sections. Click the TOC header to hide or show it. When applicable, generate a PDF, zip, or Excel spreadsheet of a page and its contents. Otherwise, the buttons will be disabled. When an active project is loaded, click the Project Details icon to view the main project details page. Clicking the globe icon opens the map viewer in a new tab. The question mark icon reveals a drop-down menu containing page-specific help. Now let's navigate to the Help Overview page by clicking Help in the left-hand menu, followed by Overview. This page displays the navigational as well as the functional features of the EST. I'll show you some of the functional features beginning with text areas. Text areas provide the opportunity to enter text and perform basic formatting techniques. Tables provide many features. Sort columns using the arrows to the right of the column header. Below the column headers, use the drop-down boxes to filter a column, or begin typing in the search text area to refine the results. Clear Save Search will clear any sort, filter, or search criteria that was used on the table. Change which columns to display or hide using the Column Visibility button. Click Copy to copy the data to your clipboard, Excel to download to an Excel spreadsheet, or CSV to open or save as a comma-separated value file. In the upper left of a table, select the number of entries that display on the table by using the Show Entries drop-down. If applicable, navigate to additional table entries using the Previous, Next, or Number buttons found at the bottom right of the table. Please note, table options will be retained when logging out and back into the EST on the same browser and computer. Message boxes display useful information and are categorized by color. Green indicates a successful or positive action, such as a confirmation. Blue displays instructional text, notes, or general information. Yellow means that an action or item might need your attention, but isn't necessarily required to complete the current task or action. Red indicates an error or potentially negative action, such as a required field is incomplete or the user doesn't have the appropriate page permissions. Other commonly used functions that you may encounter in the EST are captured in this interactive table. For example, a radio button allows you to choose one of a predefined set of options, such as yes or no. This concludes the EST overview. Let's return to the home page. There are 3 ways to access the reviewer action items. While on the home page and in the Quick Links section on the right side of the page, you can click the Reviewer Action Items option. The other 2 methods allow you to access the page from anywhere in the EST. Click the Reviewer Action Items option in the left-hand menu, or the clipboard icon in the upper right of the page. The number of projects pending in action are noted on each tab in parentheses. Click anywhere on a tab to view a list of projects. The Planning and Programming Screen Reviews tabs has 2 sections. The first section contains a table listing projects in which your agency is required to submit a review. The second section lists projects in which your agency is exempt. You are not required to submit a review for projects in this list. Click the project's ETDM number to reveal a drop-down menu. From this menu, you can access the main project's details page or take an action. Each tab contains numerous status columns. While these columns may slightly vary from tab to tab, all tabs include columns such as days left and start or end dates. Some columns display an icon instead of text or dates. You can learn more about these icons in the icon legend that is found at the bottom of the page in the blue box. Let's navigate to a project and learn about the ETAT review task list. Click the ETDM number to display the drop-down menu, followed by Start/Resume ETAT Review. During an ETDM screening event, the ETAT review task list appears to reviewers on the right side of project pages. Hide the task list by clicking on the blue header that contains the caret icon. Click the same header to reveal the task list. The review start date and the days remaining in the review period are shown under the main task list header. While on a page listed in the task list, it is highlighted in blue. Navigate between pages by clicking the links in the list. The task list is separated into 4 main sections to help guide you through the review process. The first section, Understand Project Data, provides the opportunity for ETAT members to develop an understanding of the proposed transportation project. The next section is Assess Resource Data, where ETAT members can verify the information available in the EST is the best available. Additionally, identify appropriate analysis areas and review desktop analysis results. Use the links in the Provide Comments section to provide your comments about the project. The last section is View Reports, where you can access read-only views of comments provided during the screening event. Please note, comments are considered draft until the end of the review period.
That concludes the first video.
Thanks, Mike. Are there any questions, Steph? You might be muted.
Sorry about that. Yes, I was. No questions. Oh, wait, hang on. My window just disappeared. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Is there a reason I'm unable to log into the EST site right now? Is the URL the same as before?
So we are moving to a new URL, but you should still be able to log into the old one. So we can help you with that after the video. We will be sending out the new URL in an email. It's actually in the PowerPoint presentation as well. And I see another question is how will we be able to access these handouts after the webinar? They are going to be on the EST under help, and they'll be on our website at OEM under the training. I'll have a special section for this webinar, and it'll have the handouts and the videos and recording.
We have another question from Allison asking about will the current username and password, will it still work? And the answer is yes, Allison, it will still be the same username and password.
And for a while too, you will be able to use both sites. You'll just have to remember, keep using IE with the old site. Like for example, if you have a document review or something that you need to use on the old site, you'll still be able to access that, and you'll be able to access the new site. But we're hoping that you'll get on the new site as soon as possible because it works a lot better.
Let's see. And that's all the questions I see for now.
Okay, I did see early on that somebody said that the video was paused, and we are actually waiting a few seconds because we noticed just because of streaming that if we don't wait a couple seconds, it just gets cut off at the beginning. So there is a little bit of intention there that you'll see that first starting screen for about 3 seconds. But again, being sure to look behind the windows in case it's playing behind something else, and making sure your audio is on your computer. Thanks.
We have one more question.
Okay,
will the past reviews be moved to the new site? Yes, they will they will be available in the reports on the new site.
It's interesting that the new site is actually a new interface over the database. We updated the database to more modern versions of Oracle and the different software that we use a year ago or 2 years ago. It was the same time, around the same time we did that whole big map server upgrade. And that's what has enabled us to get these new tools, is we had to get our foundation software all in place so that we could put together a new user interface for you. So yeah, it's all the same data, and it's just easier to get to and easier to use is our big hope, that you'll like it a lot better.
I think Pete wanted to say hi.
Pete is actually having, oh, he is there. He's having computer problems this morning. Wasn't sure.
Yeah, so the computer guy with computer problems, I'm actually working in the office, and the central office actually lost power for a bit today, right around like 8:30 in the morning, and then it came back, and then everything was reconnecting, and then internet didn't work and all sorts of stuff. So the technology guy couldn't actually get on the webinar in time while I was still doing multiple meetings. But I was only stopping in as a drop by anyway, because you guys are in amazing hands between Ruth and Mike and Stephanie. They've just done such an amazing job. And I know it's taken a while, something to think about, which is just really unusual. I'm still traveling, albeit be virtual at this particular point, around the country to still talk about the environmental screening tool and the ETDM process and how we do things in Florida. And I'm working with FHWA because they're doing a federal ETDM implementation that's intended to be very flexible for the various states, but it's a way to kind of get our stakeholders involved, document everything. And so, this is for the ETAT. This is all of our stakeholders and state and federal partners and teammates out there. And we've been doing this for a long time. For a few of us, it's almost 20 years. So we've been working on this particular initiative. and I'm just excited that it is still going strong. I'm looking forward, in another month, we'll have a virtual statewide meeting. It'll be great to start talking about topics and see what we can improve, and talk about things that we've worked on in the last few years. This is a big push for you guys. Certainly it's a visible push for our agency partners, because we've always been cutting edge. And so it's very interesting to go from internet IE11, which was cutting edge for the longest time, to now everybody uses everything else, right? You use Chrome, you use Firefox, you use Safari, you use all these various things. You may not even be on a computer. You might be on a tablet. You might be on a phone. You might be on all sorts of things. And I just think it's amazing that along with Federal Highway and, the Florida Department of Transportation, that we've really gravitated to how important this program and this connectivity and engagement of our partners is really paramount to having a successful program. So much so we're touted as a best practice around the country, and we teach other people how to do these things. So really, I just wanted to stop in for a few seconds, and I wanted to say this is very exciting. I'm glad that we're getting this rolled out. I wanted to personally thank Ruth and Mike and Stephanie and the rest of the team. There's a whole nother team behind these guys that you guys don't see, that are all working behind the scenes and helping do everything and doing the testing. Katie, who did the videos you guys are watching, there's lots and lots of greatness. And just like we're doing this in a virtual environment and we're recording this, we're gonna make this all available, even just those tasks alone, recording it, making it available, having it as a resource that you can go to whenever you want, is a successful practice that other states are just gravitating towards. Like, oh my God, you have all that stuff online? Oh, you have your own YouTube channel where these things are accessible? Wow, this is pretty innovative and pretty amazing. So that being said, I just wanted to thank you guys for all that you do, and I'm looking forward to the discussion next month. And I'm going to turn it back over to Ruth and Mike and Steph. I'll actually be on the call for a little bit longer, and then I've got to jump to some other leadership related meetings. But I will be here for a little bit. So I just want to say thank you. I'm going to turn it back over to you guys, and I'm going to turn my stuff off.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Yep.
And do we have any more questions?
Not at this time.